Hey Jerry, Brian here to teach you how to do some stretches, hopefully get you playing guitar better again. So one of the most important things is opening up in the chest, okay? Because a lot of people, they're curling their shoulders in, forward head posture, driving cars, playing guitar, just life in general, cell phones especially, you know? So you gotta really try to open up that chest to get that flow down into the arms, because with what's going on with you, the problem starts here and then starts coming down into the hands. So you got to unkink the hose, as it were, up in the shoulders first, and then we'll get some of the other stuff going down in the hands. So one of the first things I show every one of my clients that comes in to see me is how to stretch out your pec muscles, okay? Because that's what gets tight and pulls those shoulders forward, and you get all that fun pain behind those shoulder blades and stuff. So you want to step up to a doorway, hand goes up in the corner. I'm about 6 foot tall, so hand here, but as you're shorter, you just want to just have the hand on the wall, not the forearm. Slight bend in your elbow, and then you can step with either leg forward. You never want to lean, you just take a nice little step forward. I always step with my outside leg because that's what's comfortable for me. You just want to make sure you're leading with that shoulder that you're stretching. 2 seconds forward, and then that's it. So it's 1001, 1002, or you can work with your breath. You inhale when you're relaxed, exhale when you stretch. 1001. Okay? That's pec minor. And that's really the most important one because of how that muscle crosses across our chest. It's like in this pattern here. Second one is pec major. You want to come a little closer to the door, drop your arm down, elbow below your shoulder, hand, forearm, and elbow up against the door frame, and then again, step forward and you'll feel this more across the main portion of your chest. 2 seconds and then back. Never longer than 2, because our muscles have a 3-second stretch reflex that activates after longer than 3 seconds of stretching, and your muscles actually will get tighter. You want to do about 20 repetitions of all the stretches I'm showing to you, but if you have time to do more, because all you're going to do is move that much more blood around your body, and that's really what fixes you, okay? For your bicep, you want to come to a door, grab it, and then open your body up like this, and you'll get a little bit of a pull in the bicep. You got to kind of do a little bit of a twist, and then you can even bend the elbow and then come back like that, because you always want to get that contraction in the muscle, otherwise that blood won't be moving through. Okay, so that's for the inside portion, your bicep. For the backside, the tricep, you pat yourself on the shoulder and go to a wall. Put your elbow on the wall and dip, and you'll get this nice pull back up in here. To make it deeper, press down on the wrist and then come down like this, and you'll get a deeper stretch in that area. So just like this. And then of course that contraction of the muscle again. Okay? And you might have to play around with some of these stretches yourself to find your sweet spot. This is just the basic way that I show people to do it, and this is when I feel it, but you need to make sure you're feeling it in each of the spots I'm telling you about. And then the forearms, this is the most important, okay? There's only one way you can stretch these muscles on the bottom. They're called your flexors. You do a traffic cop saying stop. I'll kind of angle myself a little bit. Grab all 4 fingers and you pull back. 2 seconds and release. 2 seconds and release. But you also can go at different angles of the way our forearm turns because we're so mobile, okay? And you can do these anytime you want, driving in the car, at the grocery store, in line, okay? Now the top ones, there's 3 ways you can stretch those. You just let your hand drop, bring your other hand behind the back of your hand, and then pull the hand in that way. And again, rotating as the arm rotates, okay? And again, just 2-second stretches. Second one, after you do a few of those, grab the index fingers, or not the index fingers, the other fingers, and then pull all those back, just like this again. So just 2 seconds, rotating around. The deepest one is you'll take a loosely held fist, bring your other hand slightly above it, because this index finger usually wants to pop out, and then pull the hand in like this. Okay, and again, you can rotate this one as well too. Okay? Now sometimes you have muscles on the top and bottom of your arm, and all they do is this. It gives people what's called tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. It's kind of hard to do, but you want to grab up higher. You don't want to grab here. You want to rotate your hand behind to grab higher so that when you twist in, you'll get a better twist in that wrist. And be careful, because this can kind of hurt the wrist a little bit if you do it too hard, but just a movement is going to move that blood through those muscles and get things feeling better. Okay? Second one, you take your hand like this and then go the opposite way. Okay? But then you can even get even trickier and go for the fingers. So thumb pad for sure for one of them. One is you can just pull the thumb back like you're cocking a trigger on a gun. Okay? But the most important one, I feel, is when you take your fingers, find that groove in between your middle and index finger on the opposite hand, and then use that as a bracing point, and then you get your thumbs to meet, and then it just opens up back like that. Okay? You can even grab the thumb and come down like this to get a stretch on the back side of the thumb. Okay? But then for the fingers, you can even stretch these out individually. You put your hand on a flat surface and pull back each finger individually. And just 2 seconds again. And doing that can really start helping hands and stuff. But the other thing too, one other last thing I just thought of, your neck, okay? Because sometimes our necks get tight from being down like this. So you kind of find that Heimlich maneuver signal when you like feel like you're gonna choke, but you want to press onto your collarbones. And then you can jut your chin out, make a face like this, and then bring your head back, or to the side, or the other side. But while you're pressing on those collarbones, you're going to get a really big stretch in the neck, because most people, when you look up, you shouldn't feel too much of a stretch. The deepest one of all is you take your head all the way to one side and then try to bring your rear ear back towards your spine and jut that chin out again. And again, you have to kind of find the sweet spot yourself, so you got to play around with these a little bit. But any questions, Gary can give you my information, and you can give me a call or a text or whatever. Thanks very much, and hope it works for you.